You may have 3 Lord buffs, but I have a 3rd one. I'm just kidding. It looks exactly like the Lord buff, and it says drop pass. This pass increases your drop rate for 2 days.
Oh.
So, just so you know,
Him
my
gets
drop
down
rate
on
is
one knee. Her. Oh my god. Him gets down on 2 knees. Her. Okay. Him gets down on 3 knees.
Whoa! I love just the... As he gets down on 3 knees. Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
Oh my god.
I feel like you're wearing the perfect glasses for this. You want to start over here by the collecting field.
Works for me. By the way, I just say your intro as a meme now, and I don't even know why.
My
But,
intro.
oh, this is weird. Yeah, they're all heroes. They're aligned by hair color. Just gonna go ahead and start recording now. I wish I was recording that before, but we have Sistine, Illuma, Sini, Krizel, Hini, Siana, Chica, and Kiza, the forbidden crew of collectors. They're all doing it at like the exact same point in animation too.
Yeah.
Oh, look out! Here comes item storage. The feared guardian of the world. Anyway, you can
I was
do
gonna say,
it.
like, zoom in on your glasses and just be like, who says gamers don't get chicks? I actually don't even know if I want to do this. This is weird. Maybe from this angle where it all just kind of looks like a copy paste gone wrong.
Oh, gone wrong. Okay, if I turn that. Oh, this is weird. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, howdy, how's it going, everybody?
What's up, YouTube? This is Talking Robot back again, and we have discovered how to copy and paste video. Was that the sound of pasting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, if you make this many heroes and you plan this out to, like, you know this is all one person, like, why not at least make them wear something?
My question is, how are they running like 9 Flyffs?
Like,
Like,
I don't know how they started them, like, at the exact same time so that they, or is it just that I loaded it at the same time?
Maybe. I don't know.
Like,
I'm getting some weird views of this.
I'm gonna go away so you don't get weird views of this.
It's a
okay.
1 mile spanking line!
Whoopsie, whoopsie,
Ow! 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 Oh my god, enough.
Did you see the picture of that where they zoomed in on one guy and he just has a really angry face? So we got some new looks. Have you showed off your new look yet?
Lesson 3. Health.
Oh yeah, those are request items for first job, I think, or I don't know.
Anyway, yes, I showed off my new look last time. You are one yellow boy, and I haven't seen this
I am a yellow boy at the moment, and it's still in progress, so don't look at my gloves or boots because I'm still looking for cash shop items to go with it.
Careful.
I did notice I've never really looked at this armor, and it's pretty nice.
I've never really looked at this armor, and it's not very nice. Oh god,
that was pretty
just
good.
Gonna put that back on.
I'm just gonna put that back on. I mentioned that you are having.
Upon you.
Harley Quinn female gauntlets.
Gauntlets.
Ignore the name of what I just gave you, but like as a knuckle, oh.
You don't.
I had a full
Can you
pack.
seriously not fit the gauntlets?
I can't fit the gauntlets, Brandon.
How dare you deny
I
my
can't
gift?
fit your gauntlets.
Mr. Obama. Iron Man's repulsors.
So you mentioned that you can't get that knuckle on your next knuckle because you transmuted it, and that was very hard to find. Looking at your knuckle now again, I'm pretty sure you're not going to like that one I just gave you, but you can have that.
Oh my.
I was born with one arm longer than the other.
The story of Iron Man is just... I was born with an abnormally long wrist.
It all started when I was born. Man, I got no pack space.
I am Iron Man. Just erase. Alright, I'm gonna switch back to the Demon King for a little bit. And
right.
So what we
yeah, go ahead while I'm derping in my pack.
Alright, well if I go here,
derping in my pack. Ooh, that's a sword.
I have this thing called.
Hey, that's not you.
No,
that's dead.
The Spectral Weapon Quest Ticket, and it
hey,
says
I got one of those too finally because I'm now 185 too.
Yeah, it's something we get at 185. Oh my, very pointy.
Very
You're getting
pointy.
more anime the higher you go up.
That's what
Also,
I'm trying.
it says to go see Bobo-chan, and this gave me the opportunity to look at these people's names. First we have Boboku, we have Boboko, and Bobo-chan.
And Bo.
And Bobo-kun over here, Colin.
Future Colin put Bo on the screen.
Approximately 4 bows.
How many bows?
How many bows? I'm gonna talk to Chan. So he looks like a very majestic gentleman. Would you like to try to voice his eyebrows?
One moment.
This man has
Is my game responding at the moment?
I've been watching your
what
Flyff stopped responding.
is going on? It's working, but just the one specific thing I wanted to do isn't working.
Talk to Bobo-chan?
Okay, let's...
It's such a red nose.
Bobo-chan, which one? They all look the same. Okay, that
the
one
one
over
on
there.
the far left. Yeah, the one with the exclamation point.
Judging by the ticket in your hand, I'd guess you'd want me to make a spectral weapon. Well, how do you even know what that is? It won't please me.
Yes.
Bring me 200 green and blue crystals, and then we'll talk. Is that how you get your drug fix?
Bring me some of that crystal. Crystal.
Just crystal. I wasn't going to say anything else. Just crystal.
Yeah, just crystal.
So
I'm gonna go.
I want to point out that I was going to get my old axes out that are flaming, and I pulled it from my backpack to my inventory. I do have room for it, and it just disappeared. It's gone. And the other one won't come out.
And before Kagune.
Sir?
Sir. I'm just gonna walk away from that before he does. Cheer me, please. Run. Go to Azure. Go to Azure right now. Channel 3. Go.
Okay, let me... You know, for all that time I spent preparing for this, I'm very ill prepared right now.
I got on, bought a ticket, and I'm already in Azura.
Azura.
Azura. So let's see. I got a red crystal from these. I went to 3.
3.
Flaris, spectral weapon. We need green and blue, so not the Yetis. The chicken.
So I also wanted to point out your Skype message right now. I put the in HTTP.
HTTP:// Oh my god. Yes, I love that so much. I found my old whatever it's called. I just had a straight up document of all my old Skype messages, and those were the funniest things I've ever had the privilege of finding again. Like, you just open up a document, and right there in front of your face is, do midgets have knees?
Saw one the other day. Yes, they do.
What? Where'd you go?
I went across the bridge, and my headphones are screaming at me.
Wow. You got birds in your headphones.
As I plug them in. You'd think such a nice, simple noise every 10 seconds wouldn't be very intrusive, except it really is.
Yeah.
It's just
Look
like,
at that buff time.
Hey.
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 Have some bubbles.
Hey. Oh, yeah.
I'm blowing bubbles over here.
He's blowing bubbles.
Don't make the joke.
Bubbles was a man.
No!
Oh, yeah.
I was too late. So it's not the Agus. Those give yellow.
We're gonna need all of them anyway.
We're gonna need all of them?
We're gonna do this part, and he's gonna be like, sweet, I sniffed that pretty good. Now go get me these other ones. And
why?
But why?
But why?
I'm gonna delete General Razgun's horn. I don't know, it's gone.
I don't know.
And I... Okay, did you find out if it was these or not?
The mammoths give the blue, and then I think the other one was green, and it was the kings.
Ah, okay.
The princes were... Nice spin. Yeah, ballerina. It's such a just nice little noise for impending death. I just imagine you actually spinning with like sharp axes in your hand
that are on fire.
Just going as you like fly through the endangered species exhibit, just slitting everything's throat. Goodbye, mammoths.
Goodbye, my friend.
Alright. How does a mammoth even kill a bear to wear its skin anyway?
Where did it find the bear?
Where was... I mean, who knows at this point?
Who knows? And we need like 200 of each or something?
That would be correct, mundo. So, this might take a little bit. Today's our podcast episode.
Yeah, I was trying to like get some stories ready and stuff for it too.
I'm sitting here trying to think about funny things that I've encountered recently.
I've encountered something funny recently.
No, go on.
So, I apologize to be talking about Dragon's Dogma again.
Oh god.
But, that game didn't really give me a lot of a tutorial of what I was doing to the game. I just knew that I was some guy from like a fisherman town, a dragon was summoned to destroy the world, and then the dragon, like my guy tried to fight the dragon, and it somehow stole my heart, and then I was supposed to like get it back to become like a fully alive human again or something like that.
RuneScape on steroids. Mixed with Dark Souls.
A little bit.
RuneScape with Dark Souls because your humanity's gone.
And so this whole time I'm training to be strong enough to fight this dragon and save the world from destruction because it's going to kill everybody.
Save the world.
And I guess one thing that they never mentioned through this whole story was that you are going to have what they call a beloved, which means any NPC that you are like the most friends with becomes like your lover.
Oh no.
And this was never mentioned ever. I think by default it's supposed to be like the king's princess because the king tries to kill her and you save her, and so she likes you instead. But I didn't like her, and because
in reality it becomes the backstreet hobo.
You can make your own NPC to follow you around and help me, so naturally I made my wife. And so that's why I didn't like the way that this princess was talking to me. So in a quest where I had to escort her out of a prison, I just let her sit there and get shot to death.
Oh,
and I thought, like, okay.
Come with me, princess. You shall be safe.
I don't have to worry about that no more. And I thought, like, I was like, oh man, I failed that quest. I could go back to last checkpoint and like fix this. And I like went on to the wiki, looked up what rewards I get for this quest, and I was like, nope, not worth it. She's staying there. And then I left.
She's staying dead. I like how you said there, as in dead is a place.
And dead is a place.
Welcome to dead.
And so that's where the problem started. The default person for your beloved is dead. And so that means I can have a different one. I could have had one in the first place, like a different one. The way you choose it is the person that, like an NPC, that you give the most items to, because when you talk to any NPC, there's the option to just give them an item if you want, and they'll be like, oh, thanks, you didn't have to do that. And NPCs don't need things, you know, they're just kind of trash, so you don't really like them. So one day when I found this option to give an NPC an item, I was like, oh, what does this do? And I gave it to him, and he was just like, oh, thanks. And I was like, oh, well, that was lame. I'm not doing that again.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And so then oh, ignore that. I forgot I have a, okay, I have a functioning washer and dryer machine right now.
Whoa, magic.
For the first time in years.
I have 200 blue crystals. Come here.
I have 100. Come here.
I'm just going to rebuff you before I go.
Thank you.
Yep. Did you get all 4?
All 4, I think so. It's hard to tell. I'm too glowy. This is Azria we're talking about.
Yeah.
So then I made it to the end of the like story of this game where I had to actually fight the dragon. And it's like one of those like really smart ones that can talk, and he's just like, hey, if you challenge me, this is it. You have to choose now. I'm going to kill you if you say yes, you want to fight me. If you don't challenge me,
I'll hook you up with some I don't know.
And then like as he's saying this random like city guard runs out and is being attacked by goblins, and he's all like, you have the choice to fight me, or you can sacrifice something really special to you. And he's all like looking at this person being killed by goblins. I'm just like, you want him? Like, you can take, I don't know who that is, just have that thing. And but I've been looking forward to fighting this dragon for a long time, so I was like, you know what, forget him, he can, whatever, I want to fight the dragon. And I went through about a 30-minute boss fight against this dragon, where we were traveling outside castles, flying around. I ride on his back for a while, and Oh, hello, that's my new text tone.
You get on his back. Do 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 do. Dragon obtained.
Dragon
You have caught
obtained.
Dragonite.
You have finally learned how to train your dragon.
Oh,
And then I defeat the dragon. I win.
the worst.
It starts showing me the credits.
Oh.
My guy walks back into the castle, and there's that city guard again. I was just like, oh, hey, I thought he died. And then, like, he starts running at me. My guy starts running at him, and they, like, clasp
Like,
hands
whoa,
and look at
a
each other with
second
this
battle.
really, really creepy smile.
Oh.
You don't know how right you are. And I was just thinking, like, okay, that was really weird. And I'm also recording this whole time, by the way, so I have this on recording. And then it kind of fades to black, and I just thought, like, who was I supposed to know who that was? What was up with that? That was kind of creepy. And then
then
like,
it hit
as
me.
the cutscenes are rolling even further, it shows me, like, outside at night sitting by a campfire, and that guard comes out and, like, walks up to me and just, like, kind of taps me on the shoulder. My guy turns around. He kind of shoves me to the ground and climbs on top of me, and they start, like, you know, cuddling and
Two-hearted warrior.
you said there was another battle. And so I was just completely shocked. I was like, what is going on right now? What am I seeing? I don't understand. And then the cutscene shows me, like, take him back to my home. Luckily, nothing really happens in the home, but then I wake up after the credits are done, and my guy, like, only has underwear on for some reason. Luckily, he's in there alone. But I wake up, and he starts walking out, and then I see the guard standing there. And in the recording, you can see me just stand there for, like, a good 2 minutes not doing anything. So on the screen, I just kind of put, like, is checking Google why I'm gay all of a sudden. And then I learned about this whole beloved system, and because I gave an item to one random NPC and thought, I'm not doing that again, it was that guard. So that became the beloved of my story mode. And then, after I figured that out in the recording, you can see me walk outside, and you can pick up anything you want, any item that you see, or even like a dead monster or something like that. You can pick it up and throw it around. So the guy walks up behind me, I pick him up, throw him over my shoulder, walk over the nearest cliff, and I put just a loud noise of just yeet as I throw him off the cliff, killing him.
Colin, you cannot undo what was done that night.
Nope, I can't unsee that.
Wow, this game is the greatest game ever. Credits roll. I'd like to refund my 7 hours of playtime, please. I'm never getting those hours back.
I'm going to put a short clip of this on screen here.
Let's do.
But because you can't watch it at this moment, I'm going to tell you what I did in the short clip. I was putting a bunch of, like, words over the screen of what my thoughts were going on at the time. And then it got really quiet for the part where he, like, shoves me to the ground and whatnot. And like, as it starts happening, I just put that iDubbbz thing on of the I'm Gay remix song.
I'm gay.
Of the I'm blue dabba dee ba do that. And so, like, he shoves me to the ground and just I'm gay dabba dee ba da dabba dee dabba da dabba dee ba.
By the way, real quick, I finished the quest. I'm talking to the dude. Just so you know.
And I greatly apologize, Brennan. But during that story, I started fighting the wrong monster, and I didn't realize it.
How?
But I have some yellow crystals.
Well, 400 red and yellow crystals. Any less, and you can kiss your Spectral goodbye. I don't like Mr. Chan over here.
Mr. Chan.
Mr. Chan.
Okay, I don't remember Azria just being this awful. Like, I can't find any monsters.
Here is legit. It's very cold.
It's like my favorite
I
place.
almost got eaten by the floor once.
True. Very true.
True. You have a point.
A point has been made.
Okay, red crystals are the Yetis. I don't know why I had my pen out that whole time. Are you okay?
I'm just wishing this was going faster.
Well, I mean, I'm already to part 2.
Yeah.
200 is not as much as I thought it was going to be.
Not really.
I was like, this is
Just
going to
wait
take
till
forever.
later.
I finished the Yetis in like 5 minutes.
Ooh.
We're at 18 minutes and I'm...
We're going to be cutting through this, so...
What?
It's looking
I
at me.
barely even know where you live anymore. And just,
Oh, yeah.
What?
If you came in here again, it would be very different than the last time you came in here. Because last
You
time you
mean
had to sit on a
concrete?
cement floor.
Yeah, concrete floor plus Resident Evil 7 on like a
That was pretty
tiny
fun.
monitor. I
And
mean, I still have your
I
save
still
file.
have forgotten to show you the clip of that game with Ed, Ed and Eddie noises.
But yeah, I do still have your save file.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
why? I haven't played it since.
Okay.
All I play. God. All I play is Overwatch now, and that's like every single day.
Yeah, I think I saw that they made a pop figure, maybe, or I don't remember if it was a
They
pop figure
have
or an Android of those characters.
pretty sure they have pop figures of every single one. And I hate pop figures because they're black soulless eyes, but one of them has a mask, and I
It
want it
depends
very
on the
bad.
character.
Yeah, one
Like,
of them
have you
has a
seen the
mask.
pop figure for SpongeBob? It works very well for him.
Oh no. I've never seen that, and no. But I do have a pop figure of, do you remember Reaper?
That was the one I had in mind, actually. That one,
Yep.
pretty
Yep.
legit.
Looks real nice. I have it.
Oh
There's
yeah.
also, I showed you Roadhog, right?
Yeah.
They made a pop figure for him. It looks amazing because of his like gas mask, so he doesn't have the black eyes.
How much do you remember about Lunar Nights?
A lot.
When I think
I
of
remember I could
Roadhog,
never beat it.
oh, I'm sorry. That was a good game.
I never got to. I've
Even
played it
like
many
last year, I
times.
played it and beat it again.
It's like games like Jack 2, and all that stuff I could never beat, and then I came back and I beat them, like Threads of Fate 2. Lunar Nights, I came back to it like in the last year, and I still couldn't do it.
Oh.
I don't get it.
There were some puzzles that had to do with changing the climate a lot, and I remember that's what
I
was
don't
the
even
hardest
think
for
I
me as a
got
kid.
there.
Like
I don't know.
near the
I remember
beginning,
a
they
train
introduced you like,
boss.
oh, here's this thing that lets you change the climate, and it's like, oh wow, this lake that's poisonous and I can't touch it here. If I go and change the climate to really cold, it freezes and I can now walk over it. And
Oh my. Innovation.
yeah, innovation.
In of the Asian.
I'm almost done with the first quest again. I
I'm
apologies.
almost done with the second part.
I'm sad.
I finished up the red crystals from. So I can basically name off what the crystals are for you now. So you got the ones for
I
the
think you pretty
mammoths.
much need to just name off the monsters for
Yeah.
me.
So you need to do mammoths, kings, and then yetis and agus, and that's where I'm at so far.
So Yetis. So I got like half of them for the Agus during my story there.
Sweet. Yeah, agus are the yellows. I hear people outside my door, and they brought pizza, so I'm gonna sit here and
Hey.
suffer. It's just like the last time we recorded when I had Chipotle.
Oh,
Oh god.
that sounds painful.
Don't worry, it was. So, speaking
if,
of Overwatch,
I don't know if it'll help you at all since you're ahead of me anyway, but you can throw on that yellow guitar I gave you earlier.
oh, I didn't get it. What is it?
It
Drop rate. Oh, I see. I can probably give it to you.
I got a bead going that's a drop rate plus 100 right now.
Oh. Yeah, I still have my little Lord buff thing up there that's drop rate plus 200 that I got from donating, I think.
Oh wow, how long does
I
that
was.
last?
What was I going to talk about? It was 2 days. I still have it. I've had it for a long time.
Oh, I remember balloons on Flyff, how they lasted like 3 days, but really it was like
but
9 months.
forever. Yeah. Okay. I'm losing train.
Choo choo.
Overwatch. Choo choo. So you know how when you play all the way through, whoever wins, it shows like a 6-person little victory screen where they're all
Yeah.
standing there with their victory poses and stuff.
Victory pose.
Yeah. Do you remember? Did I sent you that Roadhog picture I got done, right? The little
Yeah.
bust
That one was
from
cool.
yeah. So that artist, I have a group of 6 people. We're all going to commission the artist, split it up per character, and have one of those end screens of just all of our characters cosplaying all of our characters from
Hey,
the game.
that's legit.
I know, right? I'm so excited.
I wish I could
freaking
get into
amazing.
more interesting stuff like that, but for some reason I work for a really terrible company.
And work 50 hours a week. It's hard to even text.
Yeah.
It's always sad because, like, I want to text you a bunch of stuff, but I have to pace it in between your replies.
You know, I've always
or-
felt the same when I was sending you stuff. Like I'd send a bunch of pictures, and I would think like, man, I want to send this picture too. But if I send this one, then he won't respond to that last one, and so then
That's kind of how it goes with memes and pictures and
I
stuff. I'm
try
like,
to
oh man.
like reply in the order of what you sent
Oh
as
yeah, I
best as I
usually do
can.
too.
Sometimes with the videos though, I have to be like, I'll watch that later, and then
Oh
like
yeah,
if a ton of
like
conversation
I
happens, then I forget.
yeah, I can barely even send you music anymore at this point, but you know. Yeah, you're. I can probably cut this out, but upgrade special. Well, oh, oh
You didn't turn it in, or?
no. You need 400 for the
Oh.
second part. More Yeti.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Get ready for Yeti. I was all excited, like, hey, I see you, and then you start taking my kills, and it's like, hey, go away.
Hey, stop that. What the heck?
You stop that.
You stop
And
that.
he's like,
No,
hey,
you
there you
stop.
are. Hey, go away.
Hey, you're finally here. Hey, stop that.
Hey, stop that. Stop doing that thing.
Is that thing? Don't. Oh man, I'm trying to think of more stories. Do you remember my computer dad thing?
I think so.
The-
You mean
like
the
the text to
Discord?
speech,
Yeah.
yeah. That was
I
hilarious.
am so proud of you.
I am proud of you as well. And then it was like, but your shoes. And I'm like, I know what it is. I feel like there is some really hilarious stuff that happened recently.
Yeah.
But it's always hard to think of it when you finally get
I
it.
was like, I can't tell you how many times I'm like, oh, I need to write this down. This is gold, and it's like, no, this is
This
so
is
worth it. I'm not gonna forget this.
forgets. I could talk about how some dude on the phone yesterday got angry that he wasn't in the delivery radius and threatened to get me fired. And I'm like, boy, you can try.
You can try,
It was funny. He
because
wasn't in
it's
the
your
radius.
fault that he doesn't
Yeah.
live nearby.
And I wanted to be like, so here's the thing. I could have gotten in more trouble if I sent the delivery than if I didn't. But he's like,
Makes
how
more
much?
sense.
Of course, it's one of those like country people.
And they're like, but
How?
I will pay you.
Yeah, it's like it's against the rule. I'm sorry, but yeah, they're like, how much extra is it to get it sent out here? I'm like, that's actually against the rules. I'm sorry, I can't send it. So he hangs up on me. I'm like,
Calls back.
okay. 5 minutes later, calls back. Someone else answers, and they're like, can I speak to Brandon? I'm like, and they give me
No,
the
you
phone,
cannot.
and I pick it up, and the first thing I hear is, guess what, Brandon? I'm like, yeah, what's that? And they're like, you're gonna be looking for a new job tomorrow. I'm like, the response that came out of my mouth was, why though?
Why though?
But it was like long and drawn out, like, why though? And he decided to get all like sassy with me, like, you guys deliver all over this town. And I was like, I have a map right here with a red line that says we don't. He was like, okay, see you tomorrow. I'm like, see you tomorrow. He never came.
Ugh, I hate people.
Me too. That was the first time I've had a bad experience in 2 years.
There was a similar customer at my store yesterday. Luckily, I wasn't there for this. I only heard about it, but I guess they were yelling and screaming and cursing at people, saying that we were threatening or like accusing them of them being a thief. And so the manager's saying like, "How are we accusing you of being a thief?" It's like, you have the liquor cabinet locked up. Why do you think I'm gonna steal things? Why is it locked up? And it's
Oh
like,
my
do
god.
you think that we like knew that you were coming and thought, oh no, better lock that up so that he doesn't steal it from us? Like, do you think it's only for you? And he's going like, I can go to all these other places and get these just fine. Doesn't need to be locked up. And it's like,
It's Walmart. So many people that are underage going there. Oh my god.
welcome to Walmart.
Yeah, get another job.
It's like, I
What
can
about
go to
that
all these
Target?
other places and steal it just fine.
Well, I'm glad we succeeded. I can steal it just for what? At least I have the right to steal in the other stores.
I don't get caught over there and I get away with it.
Cut to him being tackled to the floor. Oh my god.
Be pretty hard with the sleeping security guard.
Oh, what?
The security guards. I used to think that security guards were like really official and like right up there with like policemen and things like that. Probably like carrying a gun with them just in case. These people, they get paid minimum wage. They hate their job. They're always on their phone. They fall asleep standing up. They walk around the store, do other things, and it's just like, oh, okay.
Fall asleep standing up? I mean, is it better than check stand?
I mean, I would. I don't know. I don't know if I would prefer. Like, I was thinking, like, I would love to do that instead, but then, like, the occasional person that you do have to deal with, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, how I'd be like,
And
man,
also, getting paid less than me doesn't sound good either.
like how the first assistant position opened at my job. I'm like, that'd be pretty cool. 45 hours a week? Nah. Having to actually deal with the people that I hand to my general manager? Nah.
You know, those problematic people that I think, I don't want to deal with this. I'm going to call a manager over to deal with it.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly
oh, wait, I have to
great thing.
take care of them.
Like, since I am a PIC manager, I can handle things, but when it becomes too much, it's like, here's my manager's phone number. Enjoy. So I can just hand it off to someone else, but if it's not an issue, I can handle it myself. That's the great thing. I'm like, and at the best of both worlds, and $12 an hour.
Yeah, that's still more than me.
I'm sorry. At least I only work like
eyes.
25 a week. What?
It brings tears to my eyes.
Yeah, probably gonna cut this out, but paychecks bi-weekly. I just bought like a. I bought like a $600 ticket, so it just went down just a smidge. But you know.
Oh, nice.
Heck yeah.
When's that gonna be?
May.
Awesome.
For I believe prom is what it is.
Oh.
So, I go across the country and go into some random school I've never been into before. Sweet, as almost 20-year-old.
It's kind of strange. Oh, especially as an almost 20-year-old, that would...
Yeah, it's like, all y'all are seniors, I'm like a super senior.
They all think that they're all that, and you're just like, hey, what's up?
I walk in with spiked up hair. Yeah, I walk in with spiked up hair and I'm just all electricity and they're like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I am super senior too.
Super senior too, or senior ascended past a super senior. It just got Mexican all of a sudden. Became senor.
Just like, you you end out the year and then you're like, you get told that you fail and you just,
Super senior 3.
Yes. Oh my god. My classes are even longer than all the others.
Why is this taking so long?
I just finished part 2. I'm going to turn it in.
Oh my. Wait, how are you doing this so fast?
I don't... Because you're spinning everything. I walk up, punch, it's dead. I walk up, punch, it's dead.
Okay,
if you just double click everything, you'll bash...
I mean, I'm killing more than one thing at a time, though. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my speedy stuff back on, so I can at least move around faster.
Wow, this guy's sassy. We're hardly done. Little tired? Get used to it. We have one more round before you can have your Spectral. Ready? Oh.
Don't worry. It'll be okay.
Dear God. Summon the dear God out of the forest. Oh my god. So, how is this gonna be okay?
Come back to Azria. Oh man, my back. My back, Brandon.
Oh, my back. You sound like you're...
My back.
That was the most painful thing. How's it going? Loud. Like, as you kept going, it just kept getting louder and louder. I'm like, what is going on? Okay. Sweet. We're still off by a good 1,000, but that's okay.
I have my 3,000. You can...
How dare you?
Well, you know how I've been saying I've been preparing for this all day? I've been preparing for that since last night. Not really all day, but...
Can I just go beat up Iabats as this character?
Yes. Surprisingly, yes. Here's what I did. Last night I started by making a new character, and I got them to level 15, and learned that you can accept multiple job quests at the same time, because I made an oopsie and realized I needed the mercenary job quest to get the whatever. And so I gave him a bow and arrow anyway, even though he's a vagrant. On here you can do that. And then I had him on the mercenary job quest so that anytime I killed an Iabat, it would give me a twinkle stone, but it would also drop one. And so then I had a pet, and I was just getting 2 here, 2 there, 2 here, 2 there, and I got about 1,000 off of that. And I was like, sweet, this is kind of cool, but I'm really tired. I'm gonna go to bed. And I woke up today, and I was like, I don't want to do that again. And I thought, what happens if I just use my regular character? And so I got that bead of drop rate plus 100% thing, and I went out there just using my AoE, and I was like, oh, this is way faster. This is so much better.
Let me see if I have one of those
I-
drop rate beads, because the more I can get to
It's
them.
a green and yellow one, and it costs like 20 mil, I think.
Green and yellow.
If you
Do I
open
have
up
to
a
buy?
Cash Shop 2 person and go to the bead section, I think it's the first one on row 2.
Okay, let's see. Let me just jump as high as the flying thing. Yeah, okay. Cash Shop Seller 2. Biads.
It's like second or third
You
row.
are 100% right.
Oh, yeah.
120 mil, holy.
Oh, I got the 20 mil right.
Yeah, there you go. Just
Oh, I
gonna
didn't finish putting my speedy
stick
stuff
that
on.
in my Charmander. I can't find the coin slot.
Oh,
There it is.
oh wait, here it is. Oh, kitty right on the loose.
He flies off screen and explodes. That's one thing about SpongeBob I never understood.
Like when
Everything just
Squidward
explodes.
fell off a mountain on his bike and then just nuclear explosion.
Just like, oh, ow, 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 oh. He lands. Why?
Or Sandy pulling Patrick back with a lasso.
Oh my god. SpongeBob! Oh lord. Look at all these lollipops.
I wonder at what point in history, like, nuclear explosions became funny. Because, like, in video games, like, Red Alert, or just things on YouTube, like stick fights, or, like, it somehow always ended in a mushroom cloud, every time. And, like, the big thing in every game was a
the greatest
nuke all the
showdown
time.
in all of history. What is that video called?
It was the ultimate
Ultimate
showdown.
Showdown. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that
Who
ended in a
guys
mushroom
won?
cloud, but Mr. Rogers lived.
But
That's all
you
that
know,
matters.
that Mr. Rogers though.
Yeah, nuke proof. Watch out, we have the ultimate weapon. Kill them with kindness. Our kindness is invincible.
Dear Facebook family, everyone stop praying for my grandpa. He's getting too strong. He's broken out of the hospital and the police can't catch him.
What?
Stop sending prayers to my grandpa. He's too strong.
I forget where I saw this, but someone was like, alright, concept for a new strip club where everyone just sits there and feels good about themselves. It's called Thoughts and Players. THOTS and Players.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
No.
So something happened at my work that is something I've never had to put up with before in my life.
Oh boy.
I know other people have, and you probably have, but it's never happened to me before. But there is a new person coming into work whose name is Colin.
Oh no. I haven't had to deal with that, but I'm going to.
I have never been in a situation before where like someone in my class or something like that had the same name as me. And so usually they resolve that by like saying the first letter of your last name or just calling you by your last name or something like that. I don't want to be called by my last name. And I don't know what this guy's last name is. He's a lot taller than me for some reason. And
But we're pretty tall though.
Yeah. He's got like mostly brown hair, but then just this one little poof of blonde. It's kind of weird.
What?
And his name is spelled with one L.
That's
And
what
I wasn't gonna bring that up at first, but I thought like, hey, you know, I'm kind of high up in the chain-ish where I work.
Yeah, that's.
And I thought I'm just gonna introduce myself to this guy. So I saw him like walking by on his first day, and I was like, hey, so you the new Colin around here? And he looks and sees that my name is Colin too, and he just goes, yeah, but I'm the better one. And it's like, all right, that I think we can make some lessons on how to make good first impressions. And you failed, and I don't like you anymore. And I'm going to call you Colin from now on because you only have one L in your name.
Oh my god!
He's
escalated.
He's like, I'm here to replace you. I'm going to take your job. I'm going to be the self-checkout guy. It's like, yep, you're really doing great. And then he sits there in like the manager room doing like computer-based learning CBLs for like 5 days. And it's like, yeah, you have no idea what you're doing.
You want this job?
Mr. King of self-checkout. They don't even let you actually do that job because they think you're standing there doing nothing. So they make you do other things and then get mad at you for not doing a self-checkout job.
Someone at my work was like, "I'm gonna quit if they don't make me a PIC," and that person was like the worst worker there, so we lost an
Well,
employee.
that happens a lot around my place, except they don't quit. They just keep
They
complaining.
don't quit. I was going to quit possibly if because I told you the whole first assistant thing opened up, and there was like a dude when I started there that was like the
My dude.
worst person. Like
Was it on Wednesday?
he
Please tell me it was on Wednesday.
what?
My dude.
My-
It's
oh
Wednesday,
no.
my dude.
Ah! No. But yeah, it was like he moved away to a new Las Vegas store. I'm like, thank God. And then the first position opened up here, and he was gonna come back if he got it. I'm like, dear Lord. And like I know
Please
my
don't.
general manager pretty well, so I would always joke around with her. I'm like, please don't let him get the job. And if he does, I at very least don't want to see him ever.
Restraining order, if possible.
Yeah. He is not allowed to manage in the same building as me. He has to leave the building before I can enter.
I love how there are so many people at my store where they have that feeling where they're like, if this person gets moved to this position, I'm leaving. And then this person's like, if I don't get this position, I'm leaving. And if that person gets this position,
Right.
I'm leaving. And it's just like, so if anyone takes a step anywhere, we lose like half the store.
Yeah, and it's Walmart where they'd hire every single hobo that walks in the store.
Every single girl right out of high school to be a cashier because they think, oh, well, there'll be great customer service because
Oh,
all of our
no.
old customers really
Oh,
like
no.
staring at the pretty girls.
Oh, Iabats, right? They're pretty cool. They're fun to slice to
They're
death.
not pregnant.
This Iabat looks a little bit bigger than all the others. Wow, I got three. I got two
this
tinkle stones.
this one has 2 eyes. Future Colin, make my screen shake to his table.
Alright. Joke of Flyff guy can go to that one.
What do you call a camel with 3 humps?
What?
Or I guess pregnant. From Zootopia.
Oh man. Oh, Zootopia.
Huh?
Whoa.
Huh? Huh?
Stop.
Huh?
Wreck-It Ralph 2 is coming out. So is
Is that where I've been seeing that
Others.
weird content from?
weird content.
I've just been seeing like videos and it's like, I don't, like, was this like a special behind the scenes thing?
I think it's called Ralph Breaks the Internet or something.
That's
It's
stupid.
coming later this year. Say that's stupid.
Then
yeah, it's
Incredibles
actually the
2 is
Emoji
finally
Movie
coming
2.
out.
Oh, The
Oh,
Incredibles.
no.
I'm going to that.
I
Every
watched a
single little kid
video
up
on
wants-
YouTube that was the entire Emoji Movie, except every time it's cringy, it speeds up a little.
I saw that.
That video was
too.
6 minutes long.
Yeah.
And I was kind of surprised by like how much like movies and anime I watched. Like I was like, I'm gonna watch this and try and figure out what's going on, even though I can't hear it anymore because it's going so fast.
Oh,
And I
boy.
felt like I had a pretty good grasp of what was going on, and I was like, yeah, okay, I can say I've seen that movie. Can't tell you I remember what I saw, but
Do you even need to?
No,
Did Brianna go and see it?
I have
Because
no
if she
idea.
did, she's not allowed here anymore. Okay. Boy, you know what I want to play again? Like,
What's that?
This has been assaulting my mind for days. Metal Gear.
Metal Gear?
Yeah, 2 and 3.
Even though the guy just got done asking you for a cheer? Oh, 2 and 3. You have a point there. I thought you
Yes.
meant Rising.
Oh, that as well. Um,
2 and 3, definitely number 3. 3 is my favorite. I have
Yes.
it on the Xbox and
you-
I play it sometimes.
Yes. Still?
The last time was maybe like 6 months ago.
So the whole reason that I wanted to play it was I was watching a bunch of videos, and same reason I wanted to do Ratchet and Clank and stuff. Hey, I have 3,000 twinkle stones.
Nice.
But,
I'm almost done with my gathering as well.
Okay.
I've been wanting
I'll
to
wait.
play Ratchet and Clank so hard, and I saw that the Ratchet and Clank movie was on Netflix. I really need to see that.
It's not. I don't think it's good. I think it's cringy and weird.
Oh.
But what was I saying? So Metal Gear.
Ooh, I think I did it going back to Flaris. Get me the heckles away from here.
Get me the heckles. I see you. All right, we ready to do this?
I think so.
Because you have your 3K tinkles, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. It only took us about 48 minutes.
That's our usual episode. I'm glad that we
Well,
didn't have to
but-
do that 3,000 twinkle stones on camera.
Yeah.
Congratulations are in order, but we are not done yet. Oh, you thought you were done? Are you ready for round 2? Yep, right here.
Yeah, right here. Here you go.
We're hardly done here. A little tired? Get used to it. We have one more round before your Spectral. Ready? 3,000 twinkle stones inside. Here you go.
Yeah. So I'm on that screen now. You can read. Congratulations.
Congratulations. You're a special ticket. You get a special ticket that you can redeem for a Spectral ticket with. I'm a special ticket, and I don't have enough room for that ticket.
Ah, I got it.
I'm gonna throw that on the ground, and I'll throw it on the ground.
On the ground. Spectral weapon exchange. You may exchange this ticket with Boboku and Flaris. Hello,
So
Boboku.
you can hold 2 weapons, eh? You thought I was just gonna give you 2 tickets just like that. I knew you wouldn't. That's why I bought the other one.
Okay, so
You gotta do even more for this last ticket. The ticket will only work with axes, swords, and yo-yos. Ready? Sure, whatever.
Oh, yo-yos.
This time you gotta go and defeat Razgul and the Basilisk 30 times and collect their loot.
Oh.
How about I just buy the other sword for 2,000 happy money and call it a day?
Yeah. So, like, here's the thing. Now that I know about awakenings and piercings and all this good stuff, I want to remake a yo-yo jester, but, like, for real. Okay, 1 ticket, Spectral
how
knuckle,
do I use this?
obtain. Oh, I got my knuckle.
Wait,
Where'd it go?
wait, who did you talk to?
Boboku right here, the one that ends in a U.
Oh, okay.
At the bottom it says Spectral weapon ticket exchange. Yep.
So ticket for Spectral. Oh, that's a lot of options. What?
Whoa, that is some high damage right there.
So I think I want
And that's what my knuckle looks like.
Spectral Slayer.
Hello, I am Birdman. I come complete with feather and claw.
I'm gonna scratch you.
I'm gonna scritch.
Okay, so why do I have 2 options?
What, for sword and axe?
For sword and sword.
So, is it one-handed
There is Spectral one-handed sword and Slayer Herald Quinn Spectral one-handed sword.
That's for your secondary one, I assume.
Oh,
so
okay.
Do the first one.
Wait, what did I buy?
Oh,
Haunted Spectral sword.
It looks just like the skeleton weapons. Hey, I finally got a cheer for that dude.
Spectral one-handed sword.
Oh,
right.
there he is. I actually found him.
You have received
Here we
sword.
go.
Okay, yay. So, wait,
finally.
Oh, nice.
The entire...
He's probably AFK now.
Yeah, I was gonna say the entire saga of this episode was to cheer that one dude.
Okay,
Here.
so...
Just to prove it, I'll do it again. Okay.
Do you have any interest in looking at my new set that I don't have pack room to put on?
View equipment. Oh. Yes. And then we shall end today's episode and figure out what we're gonna do for next week.
This item cannot be traded. Never mind.
Well...
I did put one on for a moment. This can go there. That is not my gender. Whoops.
That I identify as a attack helicopter.
And then my new sword. There's one. And then the other one is right here. Woo!
Whoa, pointy. So are you going to be going with the blue look?
No, I'm going to transmute it into something
Your
else.
health.
Not
you
100%
almost
sure what.
died putting that on.
Hey, I went from 59,000 hit points to 319,000.
Hey, I'm still ahead of you with 343,000. Just barely, though.
Then there's this. And then...
Increase attack strength. So I need to do some testing with damage and see what is better. Because this is Baruna. I can't awaken Baruna.
These things are kind of hard to upgrade. I would teach you if I remembered.
Oh. Nice green boots.
I'm trying to fix it, I promise.
I promise.
My pack space. You know what my pack looks like.
I do. It hurts me. Like, get some organization going on.
That's a little better.
There you go. Well, and with that, I guess that's going to be about it for today's episode. You'll have to excuse me because I'm not wearing my Demon King's knuckle anymore, so I'm going to have to go through my other knuckles and see if I can fit something. I don't know. But anyway, hopefully next episode I'll be looking better. You'll have some more transmutation, and we'll figure out what we're doing next week.
Oh, yeah.
All right, have a good day.
I thought that was going to be white.
Bye-bye. Black.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And record. Okay, what are we doing next week?